sail on down the line. And funny how the times go, and don't really want to know where you're going. Maybe once or twice, you see, time after time I try just to hold on to what we got, but now you're going. And I don't mind about the things you're gonna say, Lord. I gave all my money and my time. I know it's a shame, but I'm giving you back your name. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause I'll be on my way. I won't be back to stay. I guess I move along. I'm looking for a good time. Sail on down the line, ain't it funny how the times will go? Well, friends say they told you so, but it doesn't matter. It was plain to see that a small town boy like me just wasn't your cup of tea. I was wishful thinking. I gave you my heart and I tried to make you happy. You gave me nothing in return. You know it ain't so hard to say, please just go away. Yeah, yeah. I've thrown away the blues. I'm tired of being used. I want everyone to know I'm looking for a good time. Good time. Oh, sail on, honey. Good times never felt so good. Sail on, honey. Good times never felt so good. Hello, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the wine. We'll move along. Hey, little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Can he do to those things that I do? I can take you higher. Oh, I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet on a freight train running through the middle of my head, and you feel my desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet on a freight train running through the middle of my head, and you feel my desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Thank you. Little Bruce Springsteen, if you forgot. Well, that's a black man with a black hair, living in a black neighborhood. He's got an interstate run through his front yard. You know, he thinks he's got it so good. And there's a woman in the kitchen clean up evening slop, and he looks at her and says, "Hey, darling, I can remember when you could stop a clock. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, babe, ain't that America? Home on the free, yeah. Little brick houses for you and me." Well, there's a young man in a t-shirt, listens to a rock and roll station. He's got greasy hair, greasy smile. He says, "Lord, this must be my destination." 'Cause he told me when I was younger, he said, "Boy, you're gonna be president." But just like everything else, those old crazy dreams kinda came and went. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, babe, ain't that America? Home of the free, yeah. Little brick houses for you and me. Well, there's people and more people. What do they know? No, no. Go to work in some Iraq and vacation down at the Gulf of Mexico. Oh yeah. And there's simple man, babe, pays for the thrills and the pills I give. Oh, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, babe, ain't that America? Home on the free, yeah. Little brick houses for you and me. Thank you. Little Johnny Cash time, I think. Well, I hear that train a-comin', it's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rolling on down to San Antone. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. Well, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. When I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet there's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I knew I had it coming. I know I can't be free. But those people keep a moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they free me from this prison, if that railroad train was mine, probably move it all a little further down the line, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I wanna stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. Thank you. Something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I got to beware. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. What a field day for the heat. 1,000 people in the streets, singing songs and they're carrying signs, mostly say hooray for our side. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it will creep. Starts when you're always afraid. Step out of line, man come and take you away. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. You better stop now. What's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
Ready? Welcome to Wine Tasting with Peachey, the virtual edition. And that was Shane Rodimo, by the way. Let him hear it, everybody. Shane Rodimo, very talented musician. We'll hear from him a little more later. I'm Jeff Bodart. I have to look at my notes because that's what it says to do. I'm Jeff Bodart, your MC, comedian, and raconteur. And I know what that means because I looked it up 20 minutes ago before we started. And we are live streaming from Peace Water Winery in Carmel, Indiana, everybody. We have a fun hour prepared while we raise funds for important breast cancer research in Indiana. Let's begin with a special welcome from Kathy Peachey's daughters.
Hi everyone, my name is Urena Metzger and
Ariel Metzger.
And we are Catherine Peachey's daughters, and we just wanted to thank everybody for being involved in this fund and being at the virtual wine tasting tonight. And I just wanted to say a few things about my mom. You know, I was pretty young when she got diagnosed with breast cancer, and when she told me that she had a couple weeks left to live, I was 11 years old. I don't really remember a lot of her activism because I was so young, and she was traveling a lot with, you know, getting some of the laws passed and stuff. But I know that she was very, very dedicated to finding a cure and getting things done. And I know that today the Catherine Peachey Fund, which started in her coffee shop with a jar on a counter, has raised over $7 million today. And I do have a quote that I think is beautiful from her that she read, or that she said when she only had a couple weeks left to live. She said, "You can never die as long as you have given pieces of yourself to others. You live on through those people who care about you and pick up your cause, and your cause survives you." So welcome everyone, and thanks for being here.
And I also wanted to add my thanks to everyone who has given so generously to the fund tonight and in years past. And like Raina said, my mom was very dedicated to ending breast cancer and believed that the way to find a cure was through research. So this fund has given so much to the researchers and given so much information to the people who are dedicated to finding a cure. So I also wanted to say one thing that she said when she was testifying in front of the state legislature for the off-label drug bill, which was that she was doing this for 3 reasons: Ariel, Urena, and David, our brother. But she was also doing it for all of us. And I also have a quote from her as well. She said, "Although there is no cure now, I believe that change, that can change with enough research support. I have a hunch that we can unlock doors and solve more than one problem at a time." So with that, I want to tell everyone to have a great time tonight. And thanks so much for being here.
Thanks again for joining us for this event, by the way. I wanted to say the Catherine Peachey Fund is thrilled to welcome solo acoustic performer Shane Rodimel to Wine Tasting with Peachey. Shane lives in Carmel with his wife and 6 kids. And I want to say, while you're out there enjoying the music and all the other festivities here, watching us drink wine, just feel free to go to our event website, givergy.us/Peachey, Peachey. Check out the online auction or consider making a donation. The 100% of tonight's donations will be granted to breast cancer research in Indiana. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with some more information about the Catherine Peachey Fund. But first, let's sit back and enjoy some wine and music from Shane Rodimel, everybody.
Got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. Played it till my fingers bled. Was the summer of '69. Me and some guys from school had a band and we tried real hard. Jimmy quit, Jody got married. Should've known we'd never get far. Oh, when I look back now, the summer seemed to last forever. Oh, and when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Ain't no use in complaining when you got a job to do. Spend my evenings down at the drive-in, and that's when I met you, yeah. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you'd wait forever. Oh, and when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Back in the summer of '69. Man, we were killing time. We were young and restless, needed to unwind. I guess nothing could last forever, forever, no. Now the times are changing. Look at everything that's come and gone. Sometimes when I play that old 6-string, think about you, wonder what went wrong. Standing on your mama's porch, you told me that you'd wait forever. Oh, and when you held my hand, I knew that it was now or never. Those were the best days of my life. Back in the summer of '69. was the summer of '69. Oh yeah, me and my baby in a '69. Little Brian Adams there. So true, funny how it seems, always in time, but never in line for dreams. Head over heels when toe to toe. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. I bought a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. With a thrill in my hand and a pill on my tongue, dissolves the nerves that's just begun. Listening to Marvin all night long. This is the sound of my soul. This is the sound. Always slipping from my hands. Since the time I've been told. Take your seats out and write the next line. Oh, I want the truth to be known. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. I'm on a ticket to the world, but now I've come back again. Why do I find it hard to write the next line? Oh, I want the truth to be said. I know this much is true. I know this much is true. I know this much is true.
All right, thanks again to Shane Rodime. One more time, Shane Rodime. Let him hear it, everybody.
Time to get more wine.
And Shane's here, like we all know, on a very important night here at the wine tasting fundraiser. But I wanted to also remind you, check out the website, make a donation, bid on something in the auction. But I wanted to introduce to you somebody right now, the program manager of the Catherine Peachey Fund. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephanie Ruffenbarger-Lesher.
Thanks, Jeff. Well, this is a first for the Catherine Peachey Fund, and I know it's kind of so 2020 of us. It's been stressful getting to this point, but I wish that all of you out there could see what I'm seeing here. The technical setup is unbelievable. We're grateful for the Brookfield Group. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong camera. The technical guys, I'm obviously not a performer, so thank you guys. So yes, I'm the program manager for the Catherine Peachey Fund. The Catherine Peachey Fund has been around for 26 years. And I want to tell you tonight why the Catherine Peachey Fund is unique. It's unique because our program is managed and has always been managed by an all-volunteer group. We are now supported by the Heroes Foundation, which really elevates our organization. I think it makes us more professional. It definitely gives us more reach. They support us from an administrative, an accounting, a marketing standpoint, and really allows myself and the rest of our volunteer team to focus on our mission, which is funding breast cancer research in Indiana. Another thing that is really unique about the Catherine Peachey Fund is that we are a grassroots organization. All of the money that we raise really goes to breast cancer research in Indiana. We do the wine tasting event, we do a letter campaign in November, and because we have such low overhead, we are able to grant nearly every single bit of every single dollar that we raise to breast cancer research. Another thing that I am really proud of is that the Catherine Peachey Fund is 100% transparent. You can go to the Heroes Foundation website and see a list of every gift and grant that we have made in our 26-year history, and that is really unique in the world of philanthropy. We know our grantees personally. We follow their work and we stay in touch with them so that we can make sure that our dollars are being used in the way that we intended them to be used. Over the last 26 years, we've granted nearly $3.4 million to breast cancer research in Indiana. And again, that's very much a grassroots effort. In addition to that, we have a $1 million endowment at the IU Foundation that has spun off about $650,000 in breast cancer prevention research. So we're really proud of that as well. So again, those are just some ways that I feel like the Catherine Peachey Fund is really unique. I'm so grateful for all of you out there joining us tonight. We know there are some watch parties going on. We have people watching literally coast to coast, and that blows my mind. I'm really trying not to get emotional while I talk to you because that is just unbelievable under the circumstances. We could not be more grateful. So thank you to all of you who are watching tonight. I would be remiss if I did not mention our sponsors, and I ask you to forgive me because I'm going to read off my list because I don't want to forget anyone, but we've raised $25,000 this year in sponsorships alone, and I want our sponsors to know, I think they do know, that 100% of their contribution for this event will be granted to breast cancer research in Indiana. So let me begin with our presenting sponsors. Lilly Oncology, Bright Ideas and Broad Ripple, and the Peachey family are our presenting sponsors this evening. Our Grateful Red sponsor is eImagine. Our Wishful White sponsors are the Brookfield Group, who, by the way, are providing all of our technical expertise tonight. Yes, big shout out. Thank you so much. Browning Investments and the caregivers and researchers of the IU Simon Cancer Center. Then we have a list of Inspire Rosé sponsors. All of the names, category names of our sponsorships, by the way, are based off of Peace Water Wine's actual names of their wines. So if you're wondering where we're coming up with those, that's where. Inspire Rosé sponsors are Glick Philanthropies, Acroma Pro, Apex Benefits, Superior Chemical, Van Roy Companies, Bedell Financial, Our Health, BKD Wealth Advisors, Build Smart, Singer Wealth Advisory of Raymond James, Accessa, Assured Partners, Dr. Anna Maria Storniolo and Joel Shearer, ICA North America, and the Indiana Health Industries Forum. Again, we're so grateful to these sponsors. Thank you so, so much. And, the next thing is a video from one of our presenting sponsors, Eli Lilly.
We are living through extraordinarily challenging times, but as you know, cancer doesn't stop. Not for our exceptional and overtaxed medical professionals, and certainly not for those living with cancer. That's why no matter what's happening in the world, Lilly Oncology won't stop either. The promise of science to change people's lives has never been greater, and Lilly Oncology is as dedicated as ever to developing and delivering medicines that will make a meaningful difference.
And welcome back. I'm going to introduce you to somebody else very important here. But first, 3 years ago, the Catherine Peachey Fund and Heroes Foundation decided to join forces with their shared passion of making a meaningful impact on the local cancer community. Now let's hear from Kelly Smith, Executive Director of the Heroes Foundation.
All right. Thank you, Jeff, very much, and thank you to everybody who is watching online this evening. We appreciate all of the support, and in this trying time of uncertainty and challenges, we appreciate everybody who has continued to support the Catherine Peachey Fund and the Heroes Foundation throughout this time. Like Jeff mentioned, I'm Kelly Smith. I'm the Executive Director for the Heroes Foundation. And for those of you that may not be as familiar with the Heroes Foundation and what our organization does, we are a cancer organization that provides support to cancer patients in Indiana. We provide education to promote cancer prevention and resources to advance research for a cure. And this is something that has been near and dear to my heart, as well as everybody that is here tonight watching from home as well. This year, the Heroes Foundation is celebrating 20 years in our fight against cancer. And this is something that has been a tremendous experience for me since I've joined the Heroes team. And I just know that we couldn't have done it without the years of support that we've had from the Todd family and friends, and from all of our summit sponsors and event sponsors and donors throughout the year, and those that have attended events for the Heroes Foundation, our outstanding board members that have provided guidance, and for everybody who has somehow participated and supported the Heroes mission. So to learn more about the Heroes Foundation, I really encourage everybody to visit heroesfoundation.org, learn about the different programs that we have on top of the Catherine Peachey Fund, learn more about the research that we are doing with researchers throughout Indiana, as well as check out the rest of our events that we have. And I am going to make a little plug. In a few weeks, we have our next virtual event. It is going to be on Friday, August 28th. It is our hashtag PIF Party. It is Pay It Forward Friday. And we are doing a free virtual concert that's going to be live streamed from the Vogue here in Indianapolis. And it's going to be featured Indiana boys Clayton Anderson and Brett Wiscons. And we really hope you guys feel encouraged to be able to participate for this free concert and continue to support the mission of the Heroes Foundation. So with that said, I will turn it back over to Jeff.
Thank you very much. And again, check out that website for everything you need to know, and auction and make a donation. And I wanted to say this real quick. As you've heard, the Catherine Peachey Fund's mission is to fund breast cancer research in Indiana. Let's hear from a Peachey Fund grantee, Dr. Kathy Miller. Dr. Miller is the Balve Lantero Professor of Oncology at the IU School of Medicine and a leader within the Vera Bradley Foundation Center for the Breast Cancer Research at the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center. She sees patients as a medical oncologist and is nationally recognized a breast cancer researcher whose expertise is introducing experimental treatments into the clinical setting. Her work is truly shaping the future of breast cancer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Kathy Miller, and I am honored to be the co-leader of the breast cancer program at the IU Simon Comprehensive Cancer Center. I want to tell you about a project we've launched with the support of the Catherine Peachey Fund. This might possibly be our best work ever. Now, for years, we've thought about how could we prevent breast cancer? And to do that, you need to understand what are the first steps that a normal breast cell takes that put it on the path to becoming a breast cancer cell. And to do that, you need to know what is normal. Now, we've realized that normal may change over time as a woman ages. The normal breast certainly changes during puberty, changes during pregnancy and lactation, changes during weaning, and it certainly changes during menopause. But we've assumed that those were the only changes we needed to consider. And in particular, we assumed for years that the normal breast was not different based on the racial and ethnic background of that woman. Now, in this project, we're putting that question to test. We're studying the normal biology of the breast, trying to put together a map, if you will, of all of the ways that a normal breast might be different based on all of those factors. Because if we really understand normal, we can use that to begin to understand how things change and to think about how we prevent those changes, or how we move those changes back, or how we stop those changes in their tracks before they become a breast cancer. Now, this project uses a normal tissue bank created by my colleagues at IU, the first and still only normal tissue bank. That is a project that was launched in part with the support of the Catherine Peachey Fund, and our early work understanding those differences also was supported by you. That work has already led fruit, and it will continue to inform our work over the next decade. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your evening.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Peacewater. I am Scott Burton. I'm the owner of Peacewater Winery here, and I know a lot of you watching online have been here before, and so welcome back. I guess if we call this welcome back. But a lot of you I know are joining us from around the country, which is really cool. I know I've shipped wine all over the country for the event, and we're looking forward to enjoying some wine with you guys tonight. Here with me tonight is Mary Quinn. Mary, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mary Quinn, and I've been a part of this Peacewater Winery wine tasting with Peachey that we've done this is our 6th annual, and who knew that this is how it would end up in the year 2020, being virtual, but this kind of melds all of my passions. Peacewater Winery is one of my favorite places to be, so anyone who has not come out, please make sure that you put this on your list as they're open during this time, and with our social distancing and all. But I'm also a breast cancer survivor and have felt so grateful to find the Catherine Peachey Fund as a really special place to have an opportunity to direct friends and direct funds to just getting research dollars into these amazing scientists and doctors' hands to do all that they can to eliminate this disease.
Thanks, Mary. It's been a great 6 years. Peacewater Winery, for those of you who don't know, we're kind of a weird business model in that I own the winery, but it's out in Napa, California. So kind of a hybrid. I'm local. My wife and I are both local, and we just love Napa wines. We had some other business ventures that lucked into, went well, and so when we sold those, we were looking for something different to do. So 50% of our net profits go to charities across the board. So it's kind of a natural fit for us to do events like this, and with Peachey Foundation, who has been with us for 6 years and got to know Stephanie great over that time. We've known the Quinns, great family as well, and we're really appreciative that we get to participate in events like this. I know like I mentioned before, we've shipped wine all over the place, and Stephanie's picked up a bunch of wine, so a lot of you have wine probably sitting in front of you right now. We have a couple wines that those of you who want to do the wine tasting with us, maybe you have it at home. Our first one's our Sauvignon Blanc, which is our Bliss.
one of my favorites of all time.
It's actually our best-selling white wine we have, so people really love it. So I'll talk a little bit about the wine, then I'll tell you a little bit more while you're enjoying the wine about what we do here at Peachwater. Our Sauvignon Blanc, this is our newest release of our Sauvignon Blanc that you have here. It comes from Napa. We've got a vineyard there in Napa where we grow all of our grapes. The way it works is that we kind of lease the dirt, if you want to look at it that way, and then we do all the farming on the grapes themselves. Duckhorn is a very famous winery. Their row of grapes is right next to ours here in this particular vineyard. So we're fortunate to be blessed with a great winemaker who grew up in Napa and specializes in wines and has done it basically his whole life. So we have some of the best wines out there, and it's mostly thanks to Brian Breaksman, our great winemaker. And as Mary has had before, as you said, our Bliss Sauvignon Blanc, nice, clean, crisp white wine, all done in stainless steel tank, so it kind of gives that nice, clean, crisp taste to it. So enjoy.
Perfect for a summer night on the porch, where I know a lot of you are.
Or if you're out sometime listening to live music, music like Shane has, which has been fantastic. I mentioned a little bit about our business model. Like I said, my wife and I were very blessed. We've got 8 kids, and our other businesses have gone well. So Peachwater Winery as a whole, we donate 50% of our net profits to charities. The idea being that we're all in this together, and that was our idea way before this COVID thing came out, which we all are in this together with respect to that. But at any rate, so it's been really a fun experience for us. We've expanded since we first opened here in Carmel, which I thought was going to be just a little hobby. Kind of entrepreneurial juices got flowing again, and people have embraced us and really kind of helped Peachwater grow to the point where we now have a tasting room on Mass Ave in downtown Indianapolis. And we just opened up in Fishers, Indiana as well, at a project called The Yard at Fishers District, and that's gone fantastic. We opened there about a month ago. So if you're ever out, you can come in, you can try any of our wines. We've got a whole selection of wines across the board that you can do a tasting where you can have 5 different wines of your choice. We also all the wines by the glass and by the bottle. Kind of the fun thing you do when you buy a bottle is you get a little token, which is our little logo, Peachwater Winery logo. And if you were listening to Shane's music, you kind of saw a little bit of our give wall in the background there. Each one of our 8 kids, we wanted them involved. So they picked a charity, and you get to decide which charity you want your particular portion of that bottle purchase to go to by dropping your little token in the basket there. And Mary and Bob come in quite often and enjoy the wines. And
we're also part of the Peace Posse, which is the wine club. So then you get a monthly tasting and bottles, depending on what level you're at. We actually signed up to be lifelong members too. So not going to any of us anytime soon.
Yes, and thanks. Big shout out to any of our Peace Posse members who happen to be tuning in tonight. Peace Posse is our wine club, as I said, and frankly, without our wine club, I don't know if we'd be here today because of this COVID situation with having to be shut down, things like that. So a huge thank you to everybody who's involved in our Peace Posse Wine Club. And if you're not, come on and have some wine and we'll talk about it. You get to do we do fun events like meet the winemaker who comes in town from Napa. You get exclusives as far as, this sounds like a sales pitch. I don't want to sound like a sales pitch, but anyway, it's fun. So.
Cheers to bliss. And thank you to Bright Ideas for these fun glasses that we were able to include in our virtual wine tasting baskets. They turned out great, and I'm excited to have these at home.
So our second wine, for those of you who have the wine tasting little package that was sent out, is our Grateful Red. It's one of our kind of signature wines. It's a red blend, but our first bottling of our Grateful Red won the best red wine at the 2015 Indian International Wine Competition, which is actually one of the largest wine competitions in the country. So that kind of put us on the map. But it's a great blend. It's a Syrah-based blend. It's a blend of Syrah, Cabernet, Zin, and a little bit of Merlot in there as well. But it's been, like I said, one of our signature wines from the very beginning. It's got just a great mouthfeel to it. Brian, our winemaker, it's his favorite wine to make. Blends kind of have no rules. If you've heard of a Cabernet or a Sauvignon Blanc, for example, there's certain parameters that you have to meet to meet the labeling requirements for that. Whereas with the blend, you can just put anything in there you want. A Cabernet Sauvignon, for example, has to have at least 75% Cabernet in the bottle to be called a Cabernet. Brian on this calls it his blank slate. So he can just pick it up, all these different wines that we grow out there in Napa. Some of these are from Sonoma, some are from the Napa area. So we actually call this the North Coast because we can't particularly call it a Napa because we do have Sonoma and it's actually some Lake County in there as well, Red Hills Vineyard for our Cabernet. But anyway, it's Brian's most kind of his favorite wine to make, and his most fun wine to make, just because he doesn't have any rules he has to play by.
It's delicious, and it really makes for a great gift too. Like, what's better than bringing something to someone's home than a bottle of Grateful Red?
And it kind of, as far as the Peachwater brand goes, it really represents what we want to do. The idea of just gratitude, and our labeling. It's we've got a splashing peace sign logo. There's this saying out there that a random act of kindness creates a ripple effect with no end. That's the idea behind Peachwater. So we have the splashing Peachwater, our peace sign, creating a ripple effect. It's that whole idea of what we want to do here. So enjoy the wine. Anything else, Mary?
We're so grateful to all of you for being with us tonight. We're so grateful to Peachwater for hosting us. So thanks again. Cheers to...
And one last thing, since we can't do it in person like we normally do, I mentioned already that we typically generate or donate 50% of our net profits back to different charities picked by our children. On nights like tonight where we do individual fundraisers, we donate 10% of whatever we sell during an event back to the organization. Tonight being what it is, where not everybody can join us here in person, we do have an online store. So if you want to go to peachwaterwinery.com, you can shop online for any of our wines. Any wine purchased tonight on the website, we donate 10% of those proceeds right back to the Peachey Foundation. If you're local, there's an option there for you to pick the local pickup option, so there's no additional charge for shipping. If you happen to be one of the many people joining us from across the country, we do ship to most states. You can just hit out-of-state shipping, and we will ship it to you. So we will donate anything from now until the rest of the evening tonight back to Peachey Foundation if you want to go to our online store again, which is at peachwaterwinery.com.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks again to Scott. And by the way, if you haven't been to Peachwater Winery, please stop by. Check it out. It is such a great place. It's very special here. It's very quaint too. Like, you can sit down and drink, and sometimes you drink too much, but it's okay. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you real quick about we have a special message now from Catherine Peachey's sister, Carolyn Peachey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Catherine Marie Peachey Fund virtual wine tasting to both bring everybody together that supports this fund and to raise additional funds for it to put to good use. I, for one, am very interested in seeing how a virtual wine tasting event can be done. Having said that, I'm really here to share with you a few thoughts on behalf of the Peachey family about our beloved sister, Kathy. Kathy was many things to many people. To our family, she was a beloved sibling and probably the most popular one among all of us.
Almost out of time.
More importantly, we admired and respected and continue to be touched and amazed at what she accomplished. When she was first diagnosed with her breast cancer, she was determined for her family to do whatever possible to be able to stay alive. So she tried every treatment, as I like to say, known to God or man, that was available at the time. And in that time period, there was no known cure for a person as young as she was who developed breast cancer. One of the things that emanated from her desire to live was she was prescribed a drug that was used for ovarian cancer. Her doctor prescribed it for her because he thought it might work. She received a $12,000 bill for this medicine, which she could not afford to pay, and her insurance company declined to pay it, saying it was an off-label drug for her condition. She arranged, with the help of her now very good friend, Connie Rufenbarger, to testify before the Indiana State Legislature on behalf of legislation that should be passed to force drug companies to pay for off-label medicines when they are prescribed by a doctor. She testified so strongly and in such a riveting way that the Indiana State Legislature, also at that time known to be very conservative, passed that law. And from that law, it rolled out across the entire United States and became the law in almost every state. That actually pertains, which she could never have imagined, to what we are currently experiencing in our country today with the COVID virus, which is a couple of these medicines they think might be helpful are labeled for malaria. So they're going to have to be prescribed by a doctor as an off-label drug. But insurance companies are now forced to reimburse those patients who need to be. Secondly, her fund, which was the idea of, again, her best friend at the time, Connie Rufenbarger, conceived of, which was to start a fund in her name to raise money to help prevent breast cancer and to find a cure for it. That has been beyond successful, and I believe that Kathy is looking down and watching all this take place and is herself both proud and amazed. And just about a year ago, the fund announced a grant to the IU Medical Center for a project they are undertaking that holds out the hope of finding a cure. The last thing I have to say is, I think, again, I know she's been looking down all these years. I think she would be very proud of how her 4 children have turned out, as all 4 of them, her daughters Ariel and Urena, and her stepsons Jesse and Nathan, have created for themselves lives that will turn out to be lives well lived.
And we're back to me again, because that's what it's about, me. But I wanted to, by the way, again, thanks to the Brookfield Group. I stole this, and I filled it up with wine. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I heard it keeps it very cool. I guess that's what you need for wine. You keep wine cool, right? All right, you chill it. But real quick, we'll get to my other part here in a little bit, but I want to talk about this. The Catherine Peachey Fund has been funding breast cancer research in Indiana for 26 years, and they aren't going to let COVID slow them down. Our online auction closes at 7:30, so get on that. That is, I believe, givergy.us/Peachey. And what? 15 minutes. Oh, it closes in 15 minutes? Oh, you better get the lead out. Our closes at 7:30. So please consider helping us beat breast cancer by making a donation. And they told me if I don't get it up to $40,000, I don't get paid tonight. But it's okay. Make those final bids on our online auction items. A big thank you to our presenting sponsors, Bright Ideas and Broad Ripple, Lilly Oncology, and the Peachey family. And thanks to all of our sponsors. 100% of sponsored dollars will be used to fund important breast cancer research in Indiana. So I think we're on to me, right? I think we're on to me right now. I'm going to put my notes up because I should have this stuff memorized. But it's weird to perform for just this and then them over there who just don't. I don't think they want to see me right now, but it's fine. We'll get it. Did you have a good quarantine, everybody? Did you have a good? I'm gonna talk to everybody. So, did you have a good quarantine? By the way, God bless food delivery workers. Holy crap! I don't know how I lost 20 pounds. I ate like a jerk the whole time. It had to be muscle. I lost 20 pounds of muscle. I think that's what it was. I did take a lot of walks. I got some exercise. I walk in a cemetery near my house because it's peaceful. Nobody bothers me. And if they do, I got to get a Ouija board to figure that out. But and it's easy to social distance in a cemetery. You know, everybody's 6 feet under. But it's great. You know, and I tell you that to tell you this. I own 5 guitars, which is probably too many. I am not what you would call a virtuoso. I'm probably the best, I don't know, subpar guitar player on my block. And so I have them up on my wall because they're pretty. Guitars are pretty. You know, I ordered a pizza, of course, and this kid delivers, comes to the door, and he sees my guitars on my wall, and he goes, "Are you famous?" And I don't know how to play full songs, by the way. I'm not Shane. You know, I can play bits and pieces. I've been playing bits and pieces of about a dozen songs for the last 26, 27 years. So as that kid asked if I were famous, I sat down and I played him all the bits and pieces I've been playing for the last 26, 27 years. And I finished, and I look at him, and I go, "What does that tell you?" He goes, "No," and I go, "Correct." So I am not famous. I'm a single guy, which is pretty obvious. My wife doesn't exist. It's not fun. And being in my 40s now, which is pretty gross. I don't like it. It gets gross after a while. You know, it's not, you know, everything changes. Dating is harder. You know, why can't we just decide we like each other enough to watch TV in separate rooms for the rest of our lives? Just know she's going to be in there, you know. Just know you're going to pass each other in the hallway every night. I didn't know you're here. All right, I'll see you next week. There's a meatloaf in the oven. Serve yourself. It's buffet style. But no, it's just dating is hard. Even things change. Even your digestion changes, you know. I know I'm a big guy, but I can't eat some of my favorite foods anymore because it hurts. Like my chest hurts and my stomach hurts. Everything's on fire now, head to toe, and I can't drink milk anymore to put the fire out because then I'll just start dumping my pants. I can't do that, you know. That's a thing. That's a hell of a thing to figure out when in your 40s you can't drink milk. An hour later, having a bowl of cereal, you're like, oh, what was that? That was not a regular fart. That was an aggressive fart. That was not a Raisin Bran fart. That was, ooh, do not let, I can't, coming in hot, holy cow. That's all right, I got to get a new rug and some britches. But I got some Kohl's Cash. I'll be all right, I got some Kohl's Cash. That's right, you hit your 40s and you find Kohl's Cash everywhere. And I'm not mad, it's pretty awesome. And I thought I was gassy before. In my 20s, I didn't know anything. I woke up as a 40-year-old and my blanket was on the ceiling fan. I didn't kick it up there. Some sort of propulsion had to get it. I don't know if I just banked it off the wall. I'm a side sleeper. And I don't know if I should crack a window. Like when a tornado comes, better crack a window, relieve the pressure in there. I don't know. I'm no gastrometeorologist, but I told a buddy about it. He's like, "Why don't you sleep on your back?" Well, then I'm levitating, you know, then I think I'm haunted, and you don't want to wake up midair. I'll tell you that. I don't know. Like I said, it's hard to date. And I was texting a girl not too long ago, and I shouldn't have been. I was just wait for it. I was just flirting with her, just trying to get my swerve on. But I said swerve. Listen, you hear something cool when you're 14. I was like, I'll use that forever. So I was flirting with her, and I got auto-corrected, and that can go to hell. Auto-corrected was invented by a demon to irritate me because the word adorable got switched to affordable. So the message was, "You look so affordable." And because I'm me, I looked at it and I went, "Yeah, send. I'm going to that." That's pretty funny. But she'll text back. It's been a few months, but she'll text back. It says read. I know she read it. She has her read receipts on, but things change. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm allowed to do. I was on a date not too long ago. This woman asked me, she goes, "What's your 5-year plan?" 5 years. I'd like to be able to say Indian style again. That's all I got planned right now for some of the younger kids. It's crisscross applesauce. But I'd like to be able to do that without passing out. That's a good day. That's a good life. That's a bucket list quality item. That is the only thing on my bucket list. If I mark that off before I die, I had a hell of a good life. Oh, he died doing what he loved, breathing. You know, that's my favorite thing. But I'm not a planner, you know. I don't plan a lot of things. I didn't plan that date. She should have figured that out. Some places you just show up, you know, Applebee's. You just show up. There's always going to be a seat available. But I know they're not a sponsor, but they might be next year. I don't know. I can't talk too much crap about Apple. I know, it's pretty bad. But I'm not a planner. I am so not a planner. I tell you, I walked in a half marathon not too long ago, and I didn't know how long a half marathon was. Again, no planning, no research. I didn't know how long a half marathon was because I didn't know how long a marathon was. Here's what happened. I just saw half. I'm like, I can do half. You know, I can do half anything. That's been my life, a half-ass that. That's what I do, right? I'll eat a half a pizza right now. I don't care. I'll eat a half a pizza right here in front of you. I don't care if I've already had sushi or something. I'll give it a go. I'm a go-getter. And by the way, whenever you eat sushi, it's kind of like you've not even eaten. If you think about it, those pieces are so small. So I'm walking in this thing because the hell with running, and then I get to 8 miles, and I think we can agree that's a lot of miles. And I get there, and I'm legitimately like, what the hell is going on here? Shouldn't there be like a checkered flag or something? Let a guy know is all I'm saying. So what I did was I called my dad to have him come pick me up. And that's what you call a true story. The end. Have you ever done one? Have any of you ever done a half marathon? You did a half marathon? Over there too? Did you do the whole half marathon? You did? All right, show off. Maybe you didn't know you could do this. I'll just tell everybody here. If you ever find, I'll tell you right there on the camera, if you ever find yourself in a half marathon, just remember, you can just stop. You can just not be in a half. It's actually easier to not do one than you just don't do it. Just do what I did. Just sit down. That's what I did. I sat down on some lady's decorative rock in her front yard. I'm sitting there, and I'm catching my breath. I don't want to brag. I'm pretty good at breathing. I've been breathing for over 40 years. Even the first 9 months I was underwater breathing. The womb, all right. So I'm like top 5 breathers in my county. So I'm sitting there, and I'm from Bartholomew County. There's a lot of uppity breathers there. So I'm sitting there, and like 10 minutes go by, and then I just start dry heaving for no reason. Let's examine that anomaly. Apparently, that's how out of shape I'm in. Even the dry heaving is about 10 minutes behind the pack the whole time, because I'm breathing, all of a sudden, nothing coming out but air, you know, and dignity, you know, and some lady, yeah, sir, are you okay? Well, I'm dry heaving, lady. I've had better days. I don't know what you're asking me for. Did you need help with the groceries? I'm not getting up. Go cut your cantaloupe. And I did call my dad. I'm in my 40s. I called my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, can you come pick me up? He's like, yeah, where are you? And I told him, and he's like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. That's great, right? Cavalry is on the way. And then it hits me as I get off the phone. He wasn't even surprised to hear from me, right? That's a little disconcerting, to say the least. I know my father's expectations of me my whole life have been low, but it was almost as if he was saying, you know what, your mom and I, we were out driving around looking for you. We thought you might have collapsed somewhere, and we were kind of right. And no, I don't know. I have a good family. I mentioned my dad. I have a good family. Well, I have a family. I'll tell you that. We're related, and I know we're related, because I did that Ancestry.com DNA test, and I had my parents do it too. So it's official. We are related. Also found I'm 3% Jewish, which is great. I like that. It makes sense. I don't know. My dad, I don't know what age you hit specifically where you just don't care about proper pronunciation anymore, but he's there. But, you know, people like this in their 70s, they just don't care. They make stuff up all day. I walk in my parents' house, and you have to ask the question. I mean, you know what your dad, I know what my dad's doing every day. He's sitting in his chair, and he's watching TV. But you have to ask to get a conversation started. Otherwise, you're just going to stare at each other. He goes, hey, I go, what are you doing, Dad? He goes, I watch this new cop show. It's pretty good, you know. Somebody gets murdered. They bring in that investigative team, you know, that Forsenic team. They do all the Forsenics on the body. And I go, what's that? What word did you clearly just make up and throw at me like I wasn't going to notice? It just say Forsenic? He goes, yep. And I go, that's not a word. He goes, it's a word, Jeff. And I go, no, it's not. He goes, had you been here earlier in the show, it said Forsenic on the back of their vest. Well, then you can't read either because it doesn't say Fresenic. Now we're getting into an argument over something dumb. And finally you think you're so smart, Jeff, what is it? What is it? And I'm like, well, I am pretty smart. I have an associate's degree, so I'm pretty smart. It is official. And my associate's degree is probably a little better than yours because I took 3 years to get mine. So I'm pretty smart. But he goes, no, seriously, what is it? And I look at him and I go, I don't know. He got me turned around so much with Fresenic. I gave up and just left. I couldn't see it somewhere. I just gave up, left, came back a week later, poked my head in the front door. It's forensic, you dope. And I shut the door. That's how you get along with your parents. Drive-by correcting, that's what you do. I do have a good family. I don't know, it just feels like my parents set me up for failure in life. Just in my name alone. I like my name, it's Jeff. Really Jeffrey, but in context with all the other names in my family feels like the auction closes at 7:30, everybody. Get the lead out, get it in there. You could have held a sign. Do what now? The jokes go all night. All the clean jokes go for about the next 5-6 minutes, but the dirty ones go, that's off camera. But no, like I said, I have a good family. It just feels like I said I got the raw end of the deal. Like my mother's name is Mary. It's a good name. My father's name is Joseph. Yeah, I'll give you. Yeah, they're in the Bible. I know some of you are staring at. Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on a kid growing up having Mary and Joseph as your parents, hanging out the babysitter's house. Why are you a little more well behaved? Why don't you go to hell? I can send you. I know Mary and Joseph. I get this done. And I have 2 older brothers, and my oldest brother, being that he's the chosen one, my parents decided to name him Christopher. I don't know if you guys know the root word of that name, but it's Christ. And to this day, he actually still says it's actually pronounced Christopher. Well, you can kiss my ass for you are nothing like that. You've never shared your food. You know, you've never given me a fish nor a loaf ever. And I have another older brother, and if you know your religion, you're going to lose your mind. But my parents decided to name my other older brother Michael, right? Like Michael the Archangel. Saint Michael. That's a lot of pressure. Get to the third born, what I got left in names. We're going Jeff. Are you kidding me? There's no Jeff in the Bible anywhere. I've looked. Where I've had people look for, I Googled it, there's no Jeff in the Bible. I don't even know what he would be, even if there were a Jeff in the Bible. The patron saint of couches, I don't know. I mean, at this point, I would have settled for Pontius Pilate. Give me that one, you know. And for those of you who obviously don't get all the religious references, which is a few of you back there, let me put it to you this way, you heathens. It's like this. It's like my 2 older brothers are like Goose and Maverick, all right? And I'm like Norm from Cheers. Is that clear enough for you? No, my oldest brother, Christ, he actually played, I'm fine. He played college basketball. Of course he did. What else are you going to do? Just excel. Just excel at everything. You know, you would have thought swimming because he barely touches the water. And then, because Christ walked on water, everybody. You should crack that book open. Look up Psalms or something. I don't know. And my other brother, St. Michael, he actually played college baseball. Good for him. They're both married, great wives, kids. They own homes. They have great jobs. They know when they're getting paid next. What the hell does that feel like? They own land. They're just doing so well. Couldn't be prouder. And I am talking to you through a camera. This is what an art degree gets you. Ta-da! I can make fun of stuff, and I can, do that. It's fine. I'm going to kill myself. This is pretty strong. That's pretty strong. I'm going to find a rope and some rafters. People are like, I'm fine. It's a joke. You're like, oh, we got to get worried. No, I'm fine. I don't know. There's several ways. I don't really have a plan. I got an outline, but I have a plan. You have to make fun of the dark stuff. But I want to talk about that just real quick. I just got a couple minutes left here. My brothers are still in college athlete shape for the most part. I am in art degree shape. I can't listen. I'm not. I joined a gym. You guys go to gym? You guys work out? You guys get in shape? Wow, that's a terrible response. Have you guys, yeah, you're drinking wine. Yeah, oh, I got wine. Okay, you got that one arm exercise. I don't know. I joined a gym about 9 months ago, and I've actually lost about $135. That's a hell. They have an amazing brochure. That's how they get you. I figured out I was gaining a little weight whenever I was sitting in a chair, and I bent over to tie my shoe. Couldn't breathe. That's a good sign you're getting fatter. Hanging out with your buddies. Hold on, let me catch up to you. Gotta tie my shoe. How the heck with it? Getting Velcro, because with the Velcro, right, you can't see that, but you gotta push that over with your other foot. But I've been a comic for a long time, coming up on 20 years, and you get a lot of free food as a comedian. You know, even here I stole some, but you get some free food. and I figured out I love cheese sticks. You guys like the fried cheese? You like the cheese sticks? You ever get the ranch with your cheese sticks? That is heaven. And I should know, Mary, Joseph, Christ, everybody. But I was in line at an Arby's the other day, imagine that, and I was getting the cheese sticks, and I asked for the ranch with my cheese sticks, and just before the lady sets in my hand, she goes, "What are you going to use this for?" What's that? What is she expecting me to say? How many possible answers? I'm going to smear it all over my chest. Sprinkle sunflower seeds on top. Let the birds eat it up. That's option 1. There's option 2, which is I just need one more ranch to top off my tub full of ranch. I'm going to strip down naked and then lay face down, turn my head back, and say, "Check out that hidden valley." That's option 2. I actually went with option 3, which was I said, "Just put it in the bag, lady." And I got out of there. This has been a lot of fun, by the way, and I'm honored to be a part of this. This has been a lot of fun, and I want to tell you this real quick. Are you guys good with money? Any of you good with money? You have to be, right? You're running a good, right? Yeah. Got $5,000 to get paid. Son of a gun. All right. Well, I'll get my money out of wine, apparently. There you go. I'm not very good with money. I won $30,000 on a scratch-off ticket in 2016, and that's true. I really did. But I don't know what I did with the money. I bought these shoes, and it's all a blur after that. I don't know what I bought, and I look around, and I go, I guess I did buy a house. And I don't know when you buy a house if it's like this in everybody's family, but in my family, I'm still not allowed to touch that damn thermostat. My dad has to come over because I'd like to heat and cool the whole neighborhood. But I'll leave you this. Like I said, I'm not very good with money. I got a call from my bank, and they said, "Hey, Jeff, your account is outstanding." And I'm like, "Oh, my God, thank you so much. That's really nice." I don't know if you're calling everybody, but that makes me feel pretty good. I got some new checks. That's probably what you're seeing. I got some mountains on my checks now, and frankly, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous-looking checks. And he goes, "No, you were way off. You are out of money." I'm like, "That's impossible. I still got checks left." I'm just going to keep it. Thanks a lot. I'm Jeff Bodart. Thank you very much, everybody. Let me reintroduce everybody. The musician, the guy with the velvet voice back here, everybody. Shane Rodimel, everybody.
Baby, when I think about you, I think about love. Darling, I couldn't live without you and your love. And if I golden dreams of my yesterday. I would wrap you in the heaven, clearly dying all the way. I feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. Baby, when I think about you, I think about love. Darling, I couldn't live without you and your love. And if I had the sun and moon, we were shining, I would give you both night and day, love satisfying. I feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. And if I had those golden dreams of my yesterday, I would wrap you in the heaven, clearly dying all the way. I feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. Feel like making love. Feel like making love. Feel like making love to you. All right. Time for a little Sweet Caroline. I know you want to hear it. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's going strong. Wasn't a spring, then spring became the summer. Who would believe you'd come along? And touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when holding you? warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you, sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe it never would. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe it never would, but now I'm. Thank you. Never meant to cause you any sorrow. Never meant to cause you any pain. Only wanna see you one time laughing. Only wanted to see you laughing in the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you laughing in the purple rain. I never meant to be your weekend lover. All I wanna be is some kind of friend. Baby, I can never steal you from another. Such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you laughing in the purple rain. using all my breath. Making love to you was never second best. I saw the world crashing all around your face, never knowing it was always mesh and lace. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. Dreams of better life, the kind which never haste, trapped in a state of imaginary grace. I made a pilgrimage to save this human's race. What I'm comprehending is a race gone long gone by. I'll stop the world and melt with you. You've seen the difference and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. The future's open wide. I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world. You see some changes and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world and melt with you. I'll stop the world. You've seen some changes and it's getting better all the time. There's nothing you and I won't do. I'll stop the world and melt with you. The dawn is breaking, a light shining through. You're barely waking, and I'm tangled up in you. Yeah. Do, 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 do. I'm open, you're closed. Where I follow, you go. I worry I won't see your face. Light up again, even the best fall down sometime. Even the wrong words seem to rhyme. Out of the doubt that fills your mind, you somehow quiet, you know. You make a first impression. I found I'm scared to know I'm always on your mind. Even the best fall down sometime. Even the stars refuse to shine. Out of the back you fall in time. Somehow find you and I collide. Don't stop here. I lost my place. I'm close behind. Do, 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 do. Even the best fall down sometime. Even the wrong words seem to rhyme. Out of the doubt that fills your mind, you finally find you and I collide. You finally find you and I collide. You finally find you and I collide. Thank you. A little Howie Day there. What else we at? Were you here before? Look me in the eye. Dressed like an angel. Skin make me cry. Float like a feather. Beautiful world. You're so very special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh, oh. She whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. A little Radiohead there. I need a sign to let me know you're here, 'cause all of these lines are being crossed over the atmosphere. And I need to know things are gonna look up, 'cause I feel us drowning in a sea spill from a cup. There is no place safe and no safe place to put my head. And you can feel the world shaking from the words that I said. And I'm calling all angels. And I'm calling all you angels. And I won't give up if you don't give up. I won't give up if you don't give up. I won't give up if you don't give up. I won't give up if you don't give up. I need a sign to let me know you're here, 'cause my TV set just keeps it all from being clear. And I need a reason for the way things have to be. And I need a hand to help build up some kind of hope inside of me. And I'm calling all angels. And I'm calling all you angels. When children have to play inside so they don't disappear. Why private eyes or marriage lies, 'cause we don't talk for years. Football teams are kissing queens and losing sight of having dreams. In a world where what we want is only what we want until it's ours. And I'm calling all angels. And I'm calling all you angels. I'm calling all angels. I'm calling all you angels. Good night. Thank you all.